Let's start with a wild idea. What if a book you've always been told is about the past was actually written for you, from the future? For the next few minutes, we're going to look at the Quran in a completely different way. Not as history, not just as tradition, but as a living code, a cosmic map, and maybe, just maybe, a mirror reflecting your own soul.
I mean, just think about that image for a second, walking through an entire galaxy of stars, with your eyes shut. The source material for this whole explainer argues that this is exactly how many of us go through this text. We're doing a kind of zombie reading. We're reciting, but are we seeing? So the real question is, what happens when we finally decide to open our eyes?
Because what if this isn't a book about things that happened way back when? What if it's actually a timeless, dynamic guide? An operating system that isn't just describing some distant universe, but is actively describing you, right here, right now. That's the big idea we're diving into today.
Okay, so if it's an operating system, what's it running? Let's zoom out to the biggest picture possible. The perspective we're exploring is that the Quran isn't just a collection of stories and rules. It's the fundamental architecture of reality itself. You could almost call it the universe's source code.
Take a verse like this one. The argument here is that this isn't just beautiful poetry, it's physics. It's literally describing a cosmos built on precise, balanced laws that we can actually understand. In this view, heaven isn't some fuzzy, chaotic, unknowable place. It's a state of perfect structural integrity, and you get there through understanding.
And this slide, wow, this just nails the distinction. Faith, it argues, is kind of like a building that needs pillars to hold it up. But knowledge, that's something else entirely. Knowledge is understanding the structure itself. It's the difference between just believing what happens and truly grasping the deep cosmic logic of why it happens.
The source even gives this system a name, Qadar physics, and its core idea is so simple but so profound. Energy equals duty. Just let that sink in for a second. It suggests that your purpose, your responsibility in the grand scheme of things is directly connected to your energy, your capacity, your impact. And this isn't presented as some cultural idea, it's framed as a fundamental law of existence, just like gravity.
So this cosmic system is described through these three elemental forces. First, you've got fire. This represents the pure energy realm, where we come from, the source of our spirit, but also the test of our pride. Then there's water, the realm of action, this physical world where we exist in time and show mercy through what we do. And guiding us between the two, that's light, the knowledge, the truth, the guide. Our whole life is basically a journey trying to balance these three forces.
All right, so if the universe has a different operating code, you can bet it also has a different idea of time. And this is where things get really, really interesting. I want you to forget that straight line of history you probably learned in school.
So, here's the crucial shift. We're moving from a simple line to a loop. A Mobius loop, to be exact. You know, that shape that magically only has one side? In this model, these big stories and archetypes, they don't just happen once and then they're done. No, they repeat. They fold back on themselves over and over, with each cycle building on the last. And here's a really clear example of what one of those repeating patterns looks like. You have this triad, the father figure who represents wisdom, the son who takes that wisdom and turns it into power in the world, and the daughter figure who embodies submission to a higher truth. This isn't just about one family's story. The argument is that this is a fundamental template for spiritual dynamics that we see again and again in the text and in our own lives.
Okay, so a universe built on code, a history that works in loops, this is all fascinating, but what on earth does it have to do with you? Well, according to this perspective, it has everything to do with you, because this massive cosmic map is also an intensely personal one.
This right here is the heart of it all. The Quran isn't a history book you're supposed to read and memorize. It's a memory map you're meant to use to navigate your own soul. The light of that knowledge is trying to awaken the fire, the potential, the trials, the spirit that is inside every single one of us.
Let's just take the story of Adam. This view argues it's not some ancient event that happened to someone else. It is a replay of your birth. Adam forgot his origin, right? And then he was exiled. Next scene, a baby is born on earth crying. Isn't that the same cry Adam must have given when he was sent down? Every birth is a replay of that exile. His struggle with pride is your daily struggle with your own ego. It's the same script, but now you're the main character.
And that internal battle, it's being fought on three fronts all the time. First, you've got the struggle against your own nafs. That's your ego, your lower self, all those inner desires. Then you have to deal with the jinn, not necessarily spooky ghosts, but the hidden intentions and unseen influences of other people. And finally, there's the nas, which is the outward pressure of society, of the world of people. It's a constant, multi-front struggle just to remember who you really are.
But what are we trying so hard to remember? This right here, the primordial covenant. The source material suggests that before we ever came into this life, every single one of our souls was there, and we bore witness to this ultimate truth. But then, just like Adam, we forgot. So our entire life, in a way, is just one long journey to remember that single, powerful yes.
So, how do we actually use this map to remember? How do we engage with this text in a way that actually wakes us up, instead of putting us to sleep?
Well, the approach is actually pretty simple. Read it like a mirror. Number 1, it reflects you. When the text talks about Adam, it's reflecting your own journey of forgetting and coming back. Number 2, it warns you. When it warns about Iblis, it's not some external devil. It's warning you about the whispers of your own ego. And 3, it calls you. When it calls out to the believers, it's not talking to some other group of people from history. It's calling to the highest potential that's sleeping inside of you right now.
And, this leads to such a powerful conclusion. The whole point isn't to defend this text from the outside world. The point is to understand it from the inside out. Because in this view, it's a two-way street. It's a reciprocal relationship. The moment you finally see the code sees you. The moment you understand it, it understands you right back.
So the final takeaway is this. The purpose of reading isn't just to memorize words. It's for remembrance. It's a tool for putting yourself back together, for recalling that original state of knowledge and purpose that you knew before you ever stepped foot into this world. It's a journey home.